Hi friends, and thank you for tuning in to the Bijou Baker. My name is Maria, and this is my first telecast with you guys. So if you're tuning in, chances are you want to know how to bake, learn how to bake. You already know something, but you don't know how to do a cheesecake or whatever it is. I'm going to take you through the very basics. I mean, from how to read a recipe to how to build, construct, decorate, and deliver a wedding cake. And through that whole process, I'm going to try to eliminate everything that may be intimidating about baking. Believe it or not, it's not as scary as some people put it out to be. It is a science, or it's kind of scientific-y, but if you add 2 more drops of one or less drops of something else, you're not going to explode a cake. That's kind of generic. I will tell you, it's just me. I'm the cameraman, the baker, the candle maker, and the Indian chief. So everything that you see is what you see. I'm not going to be big on editing. If I make a mistake, I'm going to make a mistake and show you a bunch of different ways to fix mistakes. What you see may not be what I had intended in the end, but that doesn't always mean it's a bad thing. Sometimes a mistake that had been fixed turned out to be so much better than just the original recipe. So I'm okay with that. Tune in and let me know what you think, and please like and subscribe and share this video, because I want everyone to just love it even a little bit as much as I do. And if you're doing this with your kids, kudos to you, because it's a really hard thing to try to get kids involved in anything in the kitchen, much less baking, because it intimidates them. It intimidates a lot of adults. So we'll knock that off, get that taken care of. And I will be aiming a lot of my teachings to kids, but not only kids, because there's a lot of adults who don't know how to bake, and they'd like to, but you know, you see these chefs on TV and they're just making it so easy and so perfect, and it's not. I've been doing it for 30-ish years. I started baking when I was 14 years old and learned the wrong way to read a recipe. And then as I progressed, I took my first cake decorating class when I think in 1982-ish, and fell in love with it ever since. So my goal is to get you to like it a little bit. If I can get you to like it a lot, I'd be really happy. If I can get you to love it as much as I do, well, let's just aim for that. And anything in the middle, well, it's a winner, right? As a matter of fact, speaking of mistakes that happen and that you can fix, yesterday, perk 907 of being a baker is that you can bake whatever you want whenever you want it. Yesterday I had a craving for a cheesecake. I make an amazing New York cheesecake, but I had so many things going, and I was just juggling all these balls in the air, and one fell, and that one was my cheesecake. Now my cheesecake didn't fall. Well, it kind of did fall, because if you don't do it right, the technique, it's really technique. The technique in making it fluff up and stay firm, that's a little tricky, because otherwise it'll come down and crack. And that's what happened to mine. I'm going to show you a picture of what happened to that cheesecake, because I got distracted. And I'm showing you this so that you know it happens, and there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, so I'm going to show you a picture. That's it. That's the cheesecake. It's all cracked and it looks bad and it looks unpresentable, and it's a bummer. It's a bummer when that happens. But knowing how to fix this kind of stuff is what takes good to great. So here's what I did. I don't know how well you can see this. Let me just pull it over here. Okay. I put peaches on top. Now, a lot of times people will think, oh, you have to only use fresh fruit, fresh this, fresh that, and that's a very true statement, but not the only statement. A lot of times canned ingredients, I'll say canned, fruit is going to give you a better outcome than the fresh stuff. This is one example. I've made this with fresh peaches and it was good, but it is not as good as this. All I did was I drained the can, then I took the syrup and I reduced it with a little bit of sugar. I put about 2 tablespoons of sugar in the can of syrup, and so I got a thicker consistency. Let me see. Can you see the thick? So a little bit thicker. And then I'm just going to glaze this. And it's going to do a couple of things. It's going to protect these peaches, and it's going to give me a drizzle once I cut it. It'll have just that extra added flavor onto it. And you want to coat them. Air, as much as we need it, is the biggest enemy for food. Anytime you have food sitting out, the minute it goes out, it starts to go bad. So anytime you have a chance to cover it, cover it. Even if you're covering it with more food. Okay, so, and I'm putting a lot on there because when I do cut it, it'll just start to ooze down on the sides, and wow, it's really good. So this is what it looks like when it's, isn't that pretty? And it smells so good because the heat for the in the syrup, it thickens up once the water is removed, and then the sugar makes it caramelized and syrupy, and it gives a nice, it's a really good coating. And yeah, well, I'm ready to dig in. I wish you were here. I'd offer you a piece, but I'll teach you how to make this, and then you can offer me a piece when you make it. So let's do